Welcome to Roadmap to 1 Million. My name is Stacy Zeal, and if you're looking to make more money, gain your time back, and rapidly grow your visibility so that you can impact way more people with your brilliance, you're in the right place. This podcast is your one-stop shop for turning your online business dreams into a reality. My main goal is to give women entrepreneurs just like you the marketing strategies, guidance, and expert insights you need to hit that $1 million milestone and beyond. Whether you're a coach, a consultant, or an online brand that wants to make a big impact, Roadmap to 1 Million gives you the actionable strategies and inspiration you need so that you can implement right away, no fluff, no fuss. So CEO, are you ready to buckle up and accelerate your growth? Be sure to follow the show and let's dive in. Get ready to uncover your roadmap to 1 million. Hey there, fellow entrepreneurs. Are you doing all the things but hit a revenue ceiling? You're building an audience, you're creating content and making sales, but you feel like something is holding you back from your next milestone. If that sounds like you, it's time to take our What's Your Missing Marketing Link quiz, your go-to tool to identify what's missing from your marketing strategy that might be holding back your business growth. Whether it's fixing your funnel or diversifying your efforts, this quiz will pinpoint those marketing missteps and guide you to success. Take the quiz today and uncover the missing link in your path to 7 figures and beyond. So head over to stacyzeal.co/quiz because success begins with identifying and fixing those mistakes. So don't miss out. Your business deserves to have the impact you desire. Visit stacyzeal.co/quiz. That's stacyzeal.co/quiz to get a detailed report and the resources you need to help you grow. All right, let's jump back into the episode. All right, y'all. Hello. Welcome back to the Roadmap to 1 Million podcast. My name is Stacy and I am your host, and I am excited for you to be here today. This is a podcast that is for you if you are a business owner, you are marketing your business online, and you really want to understand what is it going to take to accelerate your growth, to take your business from where you're at now to the next level. If you have high income, high revenue goals for 2024, you have ambitious goals, you want to make a big impact, this is the podcast for you. So make sure that you are following the show and you share this with your biz bestie, because I don't know about you, but when, being a successful business owner, it's so much more fun when you have your girlfriends or your guy friends are also, business owners and they're making their business grow too. So definitely make sure you share this with them so that they can tap in as well. So this episode, y'all, I'm excited for this episode because it's a little different for me. It's kind of giving a little behind the scenes of the tools that I use to grow my business. And so this episode will contain affiliate links, and that gives us a kickback for sending y'all to their website or telling you about their tools. It's no additional cost to you. And even some of these actually have awesome promotions. So if you do use my affiliate links, you will be able to get, a special, which I'm going to tell you about. But either way, I wanted to give you this episode because I wanted to tell you a little bit about how I run my business. I am someone who is very much a tech kind of girl. I love technology. I love process. I need all of these things to help me to be more efficient. I'm always like, is there a tool that can help me to be more efficient with this? And so that's what I'm going to tell you all about today. So definitely make sure that you're listening up. You will find all of the links to each of these in the show notes. So if you're driving or doing something where you can't, necessarily type, don't worry about it. You just scroll on down and you'll see the links there. So you can get our affiliate links to each of these tools. But either way, I'm going to tell you today, what we're going to talk about today is the 5 tools I use to grow my business, my favorite 5 tools that I use to grow my business. I'm going to tell you why these tools are important for growth. And I'm going to tell you how I use them and that kind of thing. And I'm also going to tell you where you can go to get them and if they have any special affiliate promotions and things like that. So again, make sure that you are in a place where you can listen. So don't worry about writing down the links if you don't get a chance to. Don't worry about it. But, I'm going to give you the links there in the show notes. All right. So let's start with number 1. So tool number 1, and these are not necessarily in a particular order of importance. These are just how they came out of my brain. So tool number 1. So the tool number 1 is ThriveCart. So ThriveCart is essentially a tool that I use to sell my digital products. So my course, Maximize with Ads. That's all about Facebook ads. That course is housed in ThriveCart, as well as I use ThriveCart's sales pages to sell my course. And I also have affiliates for my course that are managed through ThriveCart. So I love ThriveCart because it really it enhances your customers' experience by really kind of giving them a seamless checkout and user-friendly interface kind of thing, right? We can talk all the tech speak, but let me just tell you why I like it. So I like it because I have everything that I need to be able to market, sell, and deliver my course all in one place. And any other digital products that I also have. I also, when I do strategy sessions, I send people links through there. There's automations, there's upsells, there's downsells, there's all these things. So ThriveCard is just a great tool if you are selling digital products, or if you're selling a course or something like that. Even if you're selling some of your other services, you might be able to use ThriveCard. But mainly what I use it for is digital products, digital offers, things like strategy sessions that really don't require proposals and don't require book calls and those kinds of things. If you have stuff that you want people to just buy outright, then ThriveCart is definitely a great tool for that. And so if you are not using a tool, like if you have a digital product and you're not really using a tool like ThriveCart, the problem is that you're really going to start to miss out on revenue potential because, as I mentioned, ThriveCart also houses my affiliates. So, I get people who are enrolled in my affiliate program for my course, and they get paid 40% of the sale. And so that is all managed through ThriveCart. I don't have to send anybody invoices, I don't have to send anybody deposits or anything like that. They enroll through ThriveCart. I can communicate with them through there. And they also just use it to they send people, they have their own links and all these kinds of things. So ThriveCart is really great for helping you to not leave money on the table. Also, if you're not having upsells that you can use for some of your digital offers, you're leaving money on the table. And one way that I use an upsell that I have is when you buy a strategy session with me, there's an upsell for a marketing audit. So I will do 90-minute strategy sessions with people. And that comes with really me just kind of sitting down and, helping them to kind of make sense of all the things that they're trying to do marketing wise and giving them a concrete action plan. It's really great for people who are looking for really just quick strategic advice, or quick strategic guidance. Or sometimes I look at people's ads and those kinds of things. So really kind of quick things. But the upsell that I have on there is for a marketing audit. So if they are also I would love to have Stacy look at my website and look at my social media and look at, other kinds of things. Right. And so that's just built in. So that increases my, the average order per customer. Right. So that is something that you definitely want to make sure that you're putting in place in your business. If you just have a checkout, for example, or you just have, or you have a page that doesn't have these kinds of things built in, you're really leaving a lot of money on the table. So when you start to add these kinds of tools, when you start to use tools like ThriveCart, you're going to definitely have smoother transactions. You'll definitely be able to have those really smooth upsells. They have sales pages and stuff now, which is cool to have built in. When I started, they didn't have really robust sales pages, but now they do. And so really, you'll be able to keep all of your information in one place. You'll be able to it processes payments through there and integrates with Stripe and all these kinds of things. But ThriveCart is definitely a great tool. So I think that you overall should definitely consider using ThriveCart as part of your business if you are selling digital offers or digital courses and those kinds of things. And so if you want to check out ThriveCart, head over to stacyzeal.co/ThriveCart. It's stacyzeal.co/ThriveCart. And when you use my affiliate link, you get access to their one lifetime price. That's the other thing, y'all. Let me tell you. I used to use Samcart, and Samcart was cool. It was user-friendly, just like ThriveCart and everything, but Samcart was expensive, right? And you had to pay every year. And I wanted to be able to, I was on their lowest plan, and I wanted to actually be able to upgrade to be able to use affiliates because I started to get people who were asking me about being an affiliate for my course. And so the upgrade was an extra couple $100, right? It was a lot to upgrade. But then when I saw with ThriveCart, you pay one price and you have it for life. You get access to everything for life. So I actually personally have ThriveCart Pro. They have a regular version and a pro version. The pro version includes the place to be able to house your course. So if you don't need a place to house your course or your digital products, then you may not need that. But either way, go to stacyzeal.co/thrivecart, and you'll be able to get access to that lifetime pricing. So definitely for me, paying that one-time life price, like switching over from Samcart to Thrivecart, there were other things there were other factors involved, but the biggest thing was like, now I've paid for it and I get access to everything I need and I'm good, right? For the life of my course, right? Or the life of my business, really, right? All right. So that's Thrivecart. The next tool that I use to grow my business is HoneyBook. So, HoneyBook, I love HoneyBook because HoneyBook is essentially a tool that helps me to like send proposals to clients and to send contracts and to send invoices. It processes payments there. I like HoneyBook because it really smooths out our client onboarding process. That's the main thing that we use it for. So uh, I have a consulting side of my business, which is the primary core piece of my business is my consulting work. And so with that, it requires me getting on. Usually, what I do is I get on the phone with people. I figure out what their needs are, and then I will send them a custom proposal of what we can do for them. When we're working one on one, whether that's like talking about the strategic planning that we're doing, are we helping them with overseeing ads, all the like different kind of details that go into putting together a marketing proposal for a business for our fractional CMO offers. And so with that, what I do is I will send someone a proposal. And in that proposal, in addition to having the proposal for work and the scope of work and all those things, I also have the contract in there. So if they're like, hey, yep, I'm ready to move forward, they don't have to send an email back to me saying, hey, Stacy, yeah, I'm ready to move forward. Can you send me a contract? Can you send me an invoice? Blah, blah, blah. That's all integrated in there. So they see the proposal. They're like, oh, this is how much it's going to cost. This is what's included. Here's some testimonials. Here's how the process works. Here's, all these things on this page one. And then when they're ready to continue, they're like, okay, they can just go ahead and sign the contract and pay the invoice. And, then they also get onboarding questionnaires, because whenever I have a new client come in, I have a questionnaire that goes out to them that asks them like all these different information, so that we can start to do our due diligence. We can start to get them onboarded into our systems, all that kind of good stuff. And so if you are doing, consulting work, your agency work, you're doing any kind of one-on-one services, or even like, group, programs, or like, weddings, or whatever it is you're doing in your business, right? Like if you have to give proposals to people and you have to send people invoices and contracts and all that kind of stuff, HoneyBook is a great tool because it streamlines all of that. And it takes all of that stuff happening in one place. So you don't need to go out and have different places that you like one tool sends an invoice, one tool sends a contract. Like, you don't have to do that. All of it is processed through there. And my clients, even on recurring, clients, right? Like most of my fractional CMO clients are on retainer. And so it sends out those automated emails. And it also sends out automated follow-up saying your invoice is due in whatever amount of days, right? Because we've set that kind of stuff up. And so if you are not using a tool like HoneyBook and you're manually having to send proposals, or you're using a bunch of different tools to do the same thing, you definitely want to consider switching over to HoneyBook, because it's really going to help your clients have a smoother onboarding process, right? It helps you to keep all of your information organized and in the same space, right? And so it's, stuff is not getting missed because your leads are in there. You can put automations in there. I have a contact form that's on my website that's, run through HoneyBook. So whenever someone says, hey, they want to book a sales call with me, that, they fill out the form and that goes directly into my HoneyBook. Right. And so there I can go. So then when I get on the phone with them, I can get on the phone, have my sales call, and then all I got to do is log into HoneyBook and say, oh, here's the person that I just talked to today. Let me put a proposal together for them. I use my template, and then I customize my template, and then it goes on, boom. And then it tells me, oh, this person has opened your proposal, or they viewed this or viewed that. And my favorite is when they send you the cha-ching, somebody has paid an invoice. So it's really, if you're doing all this stuff kind of manually, you're not really kind of having it in one place, it's definitely worth looking into investing in a tool like HoneyBook to be able to get all that stuff in the same place. And so I really just honestly, we took the time, and it took some time for us to get set up. And my assistant definitely helped us. She did a lot of this and a lot of the heavy lifting. But it's definitely very intuitive. It's very, seamless and all that kind of stuff. It's really not that complicated. At least I don't think. But I told y'all I like technology. But they also have like people. I know people who do like HoneyBook setup kind of stuff. So if you need a recommendation, please let me know. I have a great person that does HoneyBook setups. But me and my assistant were able to kind of tackle this together, and we did that we originally set it up in January. I mean, like Q1 for me is always a you know operational kind of focus for us. And so it was like Q1 of maybe 2022. And we have only had to just update it slightly over the years, right? Like I've used this to send out proposals a lot. And the onboarding process, once we set it up, it's very seamless. So definitely, your clients are going to be happier because they're going to be able to just, seamlessly onboard with you. You're going to get all the information that you need, and it's going to save your time from having to do things manually. Okay. So HoneyBook, if you use my affiliate link, which is stacyzeal.co/honeybook, stacyzeal.co/honeybook, then you're going to get 25% off for a year, y'all. So you get 25% off a month for a year. So definitely make sure that you, and it's honestly, HoneyBook is actually very affordable. So definitely make sure you go and check it out and use my affiliate link, which is also linked in the show notes. Again, stacyzeal.co/honeybook. And you can get 25% off for the next year. Awesome. Okay. Next one is a marketing tool. So the next tool I really like is OptinMonster. And what OptinMonster is if you've ever been to my website, and if you have not been to my website, go to stacyzeal.co. And you see a pop-up or you see any like little things that slide in, though that is run through OptinMonster, because what OptinMonster is a lead capture tool. So it's a tool that you can use to put pop-ups on your site, to put different marketing promotions on your site, and just be able to capture people who are going to your site. And this tool is really important because 70 or more, over 70%, I think it's closer to like 90 something percent, but I'm gonna go with the stat that OptinMonster, is using. But over 70% of the visitors who come to your site will not come back. If you want to double check this, go to your Google Analytics and look at your new versus returning visitor percentage. I know mine. I check mine every week, and I check my marketing stats every week. I check my Google Analytics every week, but mine is like 90 something percent. So 90% of the people that come to my website are not coming back. And so what does that mean for me? That means that I need to try to capture them and get them on my email list before they leave. Right. So that way they can stay in my marketing world. They can stay in my ecosystem. Right. And so that they get my marketing emails. So this is why tools like OptinMonster are really important. And I like OptinMonster because honestly, it's very user-friendly, at least, in my perspective. If you are not using these kinds of tools to really kind of capture your leads and capture the traffic to your website, then you're really, losing out on money. Like you're losing out on growing your email list, you're losing out on money. And one thing that is really also essential about this tool is it has those, like, have you ever seen like a pop-up where you're like about to look like you're about to leave a website and it pops up? It's called exit intent. And so it can tell when someone's about to leave your website. And why that's important is because it can say, hey, wait a minute, before you leave, download this freebie or take this quiz, or, hey, I have a webinar coming up. I've used it for webinar coming up on this date. And you can they can actually just sign up for it right there. They don't even have to leave your website. They have the forms built in. So it connects with your ConvertKit, your MailChimp, all that kind of stuff, right? So OptinMonster, these kinds of tools are really important to just be able to help you grow. So you're not losing out on so many people who are leaving your site. Right? Think about your sales pages. What could you do if someone looked like they were leaving your sales page and you had a thing that popped up and said, hey, do you have any questions about what you're looking at? Or, hey, here's a coupon, like here's a 30% off coupon to apply to your purchase, right? To give them just a little bit more of an incentive to go ahead and make that purchase, right? So this is really, really great for those kinds of, for those kinds of things, right? To capture that traffic before they leave. And they have a lot of different ways. They have templates and all the kinds of things. So really, really cool. So when you start to use this, you'll start to really see your email list grow. Like my email definitely grows because people come to my site and it's like, hey, do you want to watch my webinar or take my quiz or whatever, or sign up for the webinar, sign up for this, live thing that I'm doing, right? Like it really will help you to grow your email list and to capture more of that traffic and get more of the people who do visit your website. And, maybe they're not ready yet to buy from you. Maybe they, kind of stumbled upon maybe found a blog post or something and they stumbled upon your website and they're like, oh, I don't know who this person is. You want to be able to get those people into your marketing ecosystem so that you can remarket to them. So when you start to add it, you'll start to definitely see your email list grow up. You'll start to see your sales go up. You'll really start to, really kind of capture that traffic that you have going to your site. So if you want to grab OptinMonster, so go to stacyzeal.co/OptinMonster. That's stacyzeal.co/OptinMonster. And all of these are one word. And if you haven't been able to tell by now, all of these are really kind of like the links to my affiliates are stacyzeal.co/the affiliate's name. So stacyzeal.co/OptinMonster is where you'll get that. But you can also go to the show notes and click the link there. That way you don't have to type it in. Okay. Next tool is an AI tool. Y'all know y'all wasn't going to think I was going to let y'all get out of here without talking about AI. And then I'm not talking about ChatGPT. So don't skip past this part. I'm not talking about ChatGPT. This tool, y'all, let me tell you, this tool might actually start to be one of my top affiliates because every time I share this, I get so many people that are jumping at this tool. So this tool is called Opus AI. And this is a tool that takes long form video and cuts it down to like reels, like 90-second videos or short form videos with literally just a click of a button. And it adds the captions on there too. So if you've seen any of the videos I've posted on my Instagram or Facebook or any of my social media channels lately, I've used this tool. I will typically what I do is I'll go live, once during the week or something, or I'll record a podcast. I'm recording my podcast as videos now because this is going to be an AI. This is going to be cut down into using Opus. And so I take my long form videos, I run it through Opus, and then I get if it's like a 15-minute video, I'll get 10 to 15 clips that I can use as reels to post on my social media channels. Literally, this has been a game changer because I am not creating reels from scratch. I am able to repurpose my content. So going live once a week, turning into now I have social media content for the next 2 weeks, or, taking one podcast episode. And now I can go through and pull clips out to be able to use to promote the podcast. It's definitely a game changer. And so it's really helps me to streamline my content creation process. So that way I can free up my time to focus on CEO stuff. Right. And I'm not content creation used to take me a long time. Right. And I'm not even going to say I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and tell y'all that I can create content, 30 days worth of content in 10 minutes. That's not how my brain works. I create my content once a week because that is just what works for me. I block off, usually on Tuesdays, I'll block off 3 hours and I will knock out my content for the next week and a half. And so, that is and I've added Opus to that. So now it makes cutting these videos down and creating video content and actually creating of content a lot smoother because I'm not creating reels from scratch. I'm not having to film videos and figure out, okay, what am I going to talk about today? Because when I go live, I give a lot of great information. These podcasts have a lot of great information in it, but not everybody's listening to the podcast. Not everybody's watching the live. Not everybody has time to sit there and watch a 15-minute live. Right. But if I can give you, take out a couple really nice, juicy clips and give you, a minute and a half of something of a gem, right? Where I can give you 30 seconds of a client case study that I've done. And I can really start to take the content that I'm using and repurpose it. That's the biggest thing for me. So if you are someone who's spending a lot of time creating video content, because let me tell you, short form video is not going anywhere, y'all. It may shift and evolve. I think we are going to start to see long form video making a comeback, but short form video is not going anywhere. And so we are going to have to create these different experiences for different people. And Opus AI is a great tool for that. because it really just allows you to literally, you can take a link of your YouTube video. You don't have to upload the video. You could just take the link from YouTube. You can take the link from Google Drive. You can take the link from StreamYard, and you can just paste it in there, and it'll go, and then you can create your brand colors and, change your fonts, all that kind of stuff. And it automatically adds your captions and that stuff on there. So all I do is literally go in and I will edit the captions to make sure it's, focus on what I want to focus on. Maybe some words may be wrong here and there, that kind of stuff. So it really isn't a tedious process. So I definitely recommend this tool to help you with creating more content, but then saving your time, right? And so once you start to do this, once you start to use tools like Opus in your content creation, you're going to start to see your followers grow up. You're going to start to see your audience grow because you're creating more video content. And right now, video content is what's bringing in new eyes, right? Like, if you want to grow your audience, you want to grow your following, the best thing you can do is Reels. Or short form video, or like YouTube Shorts are really having a great, they're making getting you a lot of views, right? Like people can start posting shorts on YouTube and they've been getting a lot of views. I do that sometimes too. And so short form video is really important. So if you have committed to really doing more short form video this year, don't feel like, you're feeling like it's a weight on your shoulders because you have to create so many things. You have to create so many videos a week. You can just create one really good video, turn that into Reels, and you post your one video, and then you have Reels that can either drive back to the video, drive back to the podcast, whatever. And it really kind of just definitely helps you to streamline that process and spend less time creating content. So go to stacyzeal.co/opus to be able to grab that. You'll get a free 1 hour or maybe an hour and a half credits, because that's how they kind of bill. Like you get a certain amount of time. And like if you have a 10-minute video, you upload it and it takes 10 minutes out of your credits. Or if you have a hour-long video, you take it, put it up there, and it takes 60 minutes out, right? So go to stacyzeal.co/opus. It's spelled OPUS. So stacy.co/OPUS. And you'll be able to take advantage of Opus, and you'll get a free hour or hour and a half credit. Okay, last tool, y'all. I was not intending for this episode to be this long, but I start talking about technology and I get all excited. So this tool is the last tool that I use to grow my business is ConvertKit. And so ConvertKit is an email service provider. So essentially, this is a tool that you can use to send mass emails out to your list. So as you're growing your audience, you're growing your email list, you're creating lead magnets and quizzes and all these things, you can use ConvertKit to be able to send those emails out to your audience. So like how I use it, a couple ways that I use it. They have landing pages, which is great because then if you have a lead magnet, you can create a nice, use a template, create a nice little landing page. And when somebody fills out their email, they can get kicked into an email sequence. So a sales sequence that goes behind it, because once somebody signs up, as soon as somebody signs up for your thing, you have to deliver it, right? So if you're delivering it manually, this takes the place of that, but it automatically will say, yep, here, here's Sally, here's the thing. And then she can also get emails behind it that are talking about your product or your programs, or booking calls with you, or selling your products, or selling your thing, right? And talking about who you are, introducing yourself, telling testimonials, all that kind of good stuff. So tools like, email is the one marketing tool I would say that probably has the highest ROI. I believe that I read a stat somewhere, and I should have actually looked this up, but I read a stat somewhere that was like the ROI of an email is like $42. Like every dollar you spend in an email, you get like $42 back. And so because email is just one of those things, it's a really kind of like an anchor piece to a lot of different marketing. So especially if you're running ads, you definitely need to make sure that you have tools like ConvertKit, because then somebody can sign up for your list at 2:00 in the morning and they'll get the thing that you want to deliver to them, but then they'll also get emails telling them about who you are, what your products are, answering questions, overcoming objections, right? And so all of this stuff is important because it really is a foundational piece of the customer journey. And if you are, at this place where you are building an audience on social media, You need to make sure that you take that audience from just Instagram, from just Facebook, and get them into something that you own, like your email list. And so ConvertKit is like that, that middle person that's like, hey, come on over here. It's like the bouncer that's letting people in. It's like, come on in. This is where you want to be, right? So you can use it to create landing pages. You can use it to create email sign up forms. You can sell products there. It's like, if you have digital products or anything, you can sell stuff there. So ConvertKit, and it's one of those tools that's really great for creators. It's like, really kind of maximizing like this creator network and, all that kind of good stuff. So ConvertKit, I really love the brand in general, but I also love the tool. And I've been using it for a while. I don't see myself needing another tool. Another email service tool, because it's good. It's going to grow as I grow. So as my email list gets bigger, all of the tools and functionalities within ConvertKit are really still going to be, applicable. There are brands that are like very, very large that have, millions of email subscribers that are using ConvertKit, right? So it's very intuitive, very user-friendly. I think that it's definitely one of the better email service providers out there. I've used a lot of them. Just being in marketing over the years, I've used a lot of them. And ConvertKit is definitely one that I always recommend to my audience. I always recommend it to my clients. And it's something that I don't foresee myself having to change. Like I literally didn't choose another software that's for something else because I don't want to change from ConvertKit. And so I'm like, well, we use ConvertKit. So if they're not integrating with ConvertKit, or they are not, or it's going to make me have to replace my ConvertKit, then I'm not doing it. So ConvertKit, great tool for online business owners. If you have an email list, you're trying to get all of your audience off of social into this place that you own, you definitely want to use ConvertKit. And when you start to use these kinds of tools, you're definitely going to make sure that you're going to be engaging your community, because it's important that as people come into your world, you need to stay on top of them and engage with them, right? They're going to forget about who you are if you're not actually, sending them emails and staying on top of them. And, your email, as I mentioned, is a high conversion rate in email, right? So email marketing is definitely an essential piece to your business, regardless of what you're actually doing. So definitely make sure that you check out ConvertKit, because you can get started for free. You go to stacyzeal.co/ConvertKit and you can sign up for free. And they, until they give you a certain amount like of email subscribers that you can get to, I'm actually not even going to tell you what the number is, but you get a certain number of email subscribers before they bump you up to the next plan. So you can start it for free, start to familiarize yourself with it, learn about the different tools that it does, like segmentation and tagging people, and, it has analytics and all that kind of stuff. So I love ConvertKit. I don't foresee myself changing from this tool. So I plan on, I like ConvertKit. I'm going to stick beside her. So those are the 5 tools that I use to grow my business. And let me recap those tools for you. So ThriveCart is number 1. Number 2 was HoneyBook. Number 3 was OptinMonster. Number 4 was Opus AI. And number 5 was ConvertKit. So definitely make sure that you use my affiliate links. I'll greatly appreciate if you use my affiliate links to be able to try these different programs out. And some of them, as I mentioned, also give you a little something extra for using affiliate links. So go to the show notes. You can scroll on down in your podcast player, or go over to stacyzeal.co/podcast, and you'll be able to get the show notes there. And that is where you'll see all of these links there also. So I hope that this episode was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed this. If this is something that you liked, let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook. Y'all know I'm all over these social streets. Or send me, leave us a review or something like that. And let me know if you like this kind of episode. Because if you do, I will continue to make more of them. Because I'm here to help y'all to grow. I'm here to grow myself. I'm here to help y'all grow as well, and use whatever I can to be able to take things to the next level. So I definitely want to know if this is something that you found helpful. So, all right, y'all. That was this week's episode. Make sure you're following the show. Make sure you leave us a review if you get a chance. And I'll see y'all next week. OMG, that episode was packed with gems. Are you ready for more? Head over to stacyzeal.co/podcast to get the show notes and to sign up to get our top 5 podcast episodes to help you streamline your marketing so you can make this your $1 million year. Head over to stacyzeal.co/podcast.